change this question a bit, so I hope that's okay with you. But from the board advisor side, how do you work with, because you mentioned that you work with a lot of startups, how do you work with them to help support them on the cybersecurity and in the board position? And what is your role with working with different companies?
So it's been various roles. It's kind of advisory board type roles. So it tends to be with startups that are growing, that either want some advice around. So they tend to be in the security space already. So it's kind of things like advice about how to grow, how to approach people, sales things. I work with a recruitment company, for example. So a lot of the things I do with them is how to engage with companies, how to approach CISOs, how to the kind of things we want to hear, the kind of things we don't want to hear, talk to them. It's quite a lot of it's not even security stuff in that sense. So it's things like, use your CRM really well, don't keep contacting us, keep a record of who you've spoken to and how, be some introductory stuff as well. I worked with a company called Redshift a while back, and that was something kind of talking about what kind of features they would want to see as well. So it can be anything from sort of technical features and capabilities we'd like to see, how to approach the sales thing. For smaller startups, it might be things, just guidance around things like sales cycle as well, and budget cycles. So I think quite often when you start a business, you're all excited, we can get sales in really quickly, and then you come up to like larger companies like, well, I have an annual budget cycle and it's already used this year, so I can have a look at you, but I can't even think about getting you into my budget till next year. So some of those kind of things about how big businesses work, and the kind of stuff that's on our minds. So again, when you want to approach CISO, like you'll say with this focus of these talks around kind of resilience and things and regulatory things. So what problems do you solve? So it's really important. Again, I think Simon Sinek start with why is a great example of this kind of stuff. But the why. So what do you do for me? So rather than like talking about what your thing is or how cool it is or how cool the tech is, it's what problem do you solve for me? So give me a why. Why do I need to use you? And obviously, hot topics now, especially if you're in regulated industries, are, can you help with resilience? I'm struggling with speaking myself. Can you help with resilience, or can you help with reporting? Reporting security posture and those kind of things are very challenging things to do as well. So what problems can you help me solve? And if I'm trying to solve that problem, I'm much more likely to talk to you than if you talked about the cool tech or the sort of passive aggressive message you get, like, oh, you're not interested in security or whatever else. It's like, come on. So helping the guidance of that kind of stuff is what I really enjoy. And it's, obviously it's not entirely for free, but I really do enjoy that kind of giving back aspect in terms of helping. Obviously I benefit if they grow as well sometimes, but actually helping a startup grow and helping kind of the industry thrive and people get ideas off the ground and succeed is kind of really fulfilling.
Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. We will get this out to the audience as soon as possible. And this will all go towards our insight report that we are building around risk resilience and reputation, CISO and the board. But a massive thank you to Kevin for joining us and giving his perspective and his experience and knowledge. So appreciate the time, Kevin. And thank you for Jody for running the session.